Fall is upon us, and I could not resist the Natasha Denona latest release, the Retro Palette. And I have to confess that I truly fell through the color rabbit hole with this one. So in this video I'm going to share with you all my thoughts, all the color mood boards, all the swatches, the comparisons, and how I made this perfect fall look. Hi, my name is Marisa. Thank you for coming to my channel, Marisa Russo, where we talk about everything beauty and lifestyle, focusing on over 50 issues. I'm sure that by now you have seen plenty of photos and reviews on this palette, and therefore you know the color story. It's a mixture of soft light shades with pinks and mauves and burgundies, as well as taupes. The palette is of course the continuation of the mini retro eyeshadow palette. The connection between the two color stories is of course on the light pinks and these shimmery shades, which are common between the two. But for me, the two color stories bring out completely different feelings. This one gives me 60s vibes, while this one is definitely retro for me. I don't know if it's because of the work that I'm currently doing, but to me it brings out memories of the First World War. Think Downton Abbey or Songbirds, with that Ashes of Roses dress that the main character Maggie used on one of the main scenes. And I'm going on, and perhaps you have never seen the TV series or read the book, but I'll show you a picture. The color story of this palette is not the most unique. I have in my collection already some eyeshadow palettes that bring out the same kind of mood, like for instance the Divine Rose Mothership 7 from Mcgrath, the Viseart Paris Edit, and I also think that the Modern Renaissance from Anastasia Beverly Hills also brings out the same mauvey and burgundy tones. And just to satisfy my curiosity, I swatched some eyeshadows from this palette and compared with the ones from Natasha. And again, the eyeshadows have different shades, if not completely in terms of intensity, at least in terms of undertone. The retro is part of Natasha Denona's medium-sized eyeshadow palettes. It has 15 eyeshadows with a total weight of 19.25 grams or 0.67 ounces. Is made in Italy and it has a suggested shelf life of 2 years. The packaging is also the typical medium-sized packaging, which I love. You can pull out the eyeshadows through these tiny holes. It has a very nice mirror. I have not removed the protection plastic yet. And the entire palette feels very sturdy and weighty on the hands. And this one has this beautiful light mauvey pink, dusty pink. I'm going to show you now the swatches of all the eyeshadows. Starting from top to bottom, left to right, the first eyeshadow is Glitz, which is a duochrome cool baby pink with a golden champagne shift. Then comes Andy, which is one of my favorite eyeshadows in the palette, and it's a matte taupe lilac cream to powder eyeshadow, which melts into the skin and almost seems to smooth out the fine lines. Jude is a metallic warm taupe. Maud is a matte off-white with a pink undertone. Vivan is a matte light pink nude cream to powder eyeshadow. Groove is a matte medium dark warm maroon. Opart is a matte dark taupe cream to powder eyeshadow. Psychedelic is a topper eyeshadow, a warm baby pink with multicolor sparks. Go Go is a matte medium warm rose cream to powder eyeshadow. Patty is a metallic medium nude rose copper, although to my eyes it's definitely much more copper than rose. Swing, which is also one of my favorite, if not my favorite eyeshadow of the palette, is a metallic medium dark cool maroon. I definitely can see warmth in it, and it's one of the most original maroon and purple eyeshadows in Natasha's collection. Nude Mauve is a matte medium light neutral nude, and this one is my least favorite eyeshadow in the palette, and not because of the formula, which is amazing, but because of the shade in itself. In me, it's not very flattering. Rebellion, it's a matte medium burgundy cream to powder. Elio, which is my third favorite eyeshadow, is a metallic taupe nude. This one is a beautiful shade and it's so creamy that, as you can see, I have to pass my fingers several times in order to blend, to distribute the cream evenly in the skin. And then finally we have Amara, a matte medium cool vintage rosewood eyeshadow. With the exception of the big size 28 eyeshadow palettes, the Lila and the Sunset, I have all the remaining medium and big sized palettes, and I think this retro is completely unique in the collection and it will fill a specific niche just like the bronze and the glam palettes do. And not only the color story is pretty unique, but also the eyeshadow shades are quite different from similar ones that are in my collection, and I have made a huge amount of swatches which I will place at the end of this video comparing different eyeshadows from different palettes, and if you see them you will have a similar opinion as I do. Of course, if you jump from palette to palette you will get, if not an equal, perhaps a similar look, but personally when I'm doing a makeup look I don't like to jump from palette to palette. I like to have all the eyeshadows that I need in one single eyeshadow palette, and I think that if you like Natasha Denona eyeshadows and you like neutral mauves and taupe colors, I think this is the palette for you. From what I have said until now, I'm sure it's not difficult to guess that I love this eyeshadow palette, which is by now probably amongst my top 3 favorite ones from Natasha Denona. Let me show you now how I did this everyday fall makeup look. A very simple one and very easy to do. I think that Natasha Denona is an absolute genius with color. Not only has she brought us palettes that are extremely flattering and wearable for a day-to-day use, but also for glam, like this one and the Glam palette. But also she's not afraid to place on the market palettes that are not so easy and not so appealing to the wide market, just like the Circo Loco and the Triochrome palettes. I hope you enjoyed this dissection of the Retro Palette. If you did like it, please give this video a thumbs up and share it with your friends. It really helps my channel to grow. Also, don't forget to leave your thoughts below in the comment section. I really enjoy reading them and I try my best to answer them all. I would like to thank you for the time that you have just spent with me, and until next time, bye bye!